no matter what your geographical location is, no matter what is happening in your country, in your home, in your school, in your workplace, as we operate in this life structure as cells, once we understand that it's not our place to judge anybody, it's not our place to hate anybody, it's not our place to be bitter, it's not our place to inflict hurt on anyone. It's not your place. See, we, the individual humans, do enough of this to ourselves already. So for you to want to pack on the weight of hurting somebody, it's a lot for you to carry, don't you think? It's a lot for you as a leader to make a decision that's going to take the lives of hundreds of thousands of people just on your name, from your breath, from the instructions that you should give of love. And no matter the modality, your religion, I'm not very religious at all. But for you to follow the guidance of a text that says, I must kill this individual because they're not like me, they don't look like me, they don't sound like me, they don't believe the same things that I believe, so this text says they should die, and this text says this belongs to me. I should not share this text. I would like you to digress and go within your body and understand that's why you're probably going through something right now we call cancer. I'm talking cancer within the societies that is festering, a malfunction of cells, because these are people who are thinking this way. That's why we have little pockets around the world that so many people are hurting, that so many innocent children cannot be children, cannot live like children. They wake up every day to sirens, not knowing where it's going to drop. They wake up understanding that they saw their parents, their siblings, their friends, their teachers die in front of them. They wake up not knowing if they're going to have tomorrow. And because of that, this is the foundation that you chose to give to them, because you say, somebody is wrong and I am right, and I must be the only right person in a world as big as the world that we have. Why is it not a case where every person, wherever you open your eyes to learn that you came from, just love where you are and love the people that you have, and accept everyone else who are in their own pockets and allow them to be the fullest expression of love of themselves that they came here to be. And in this world, if we continue walking around in our beautiful suits and in our perfect jobs and our perfect lives, and we live with eyes wide shut, and when the news comes on, the propaganda shows, and we watch it and we say, yeah, from what you heard from somebody you start to blame one side and you think the other side deserves that. How can it be right? I would like to ask you to stop for a second. Just stop for a second and breathe and feel into your heart from whichever side. How does it feel if you were to have an out-of-body experience, to be in this particular spot, to witness children being murdered? Doesn't matter which side, it doesn't matter what they believe, it doesn't matter their modality, the color of their skin, their sexuality, their religion, it doesn't matter. But imagine yourself out of body. You cannot be hurt, but you are present in the spot, and you can witness with your lens these children being ostracized and murdered because there's somebody else who decides, I decide as a human, who's not better than them, because once you have this flesh, you're not better than anyone else. But still, I believe I have the power to make this decision. I ask you to think today. The war that's going on next door, you think about it and said, oh, that's thousands of miles away. It's not. It's right at your doorsteps. This world is so diversified that the war that's going on in all these other countries is right at your doorsteps. As soon as you go through the door, it's right there facing you. However, you choose to ignore it. However, you choose to pick a side. Imagine if you step outside your door one morning and somebody stands up in front of you and say, I don't like the color you wear today. You deserve not to be here anymore. You are no longer accepted in this community. I am taking your house. I am taking your land. Your family does not deserve to live here because you're wearing the color blue. It is the decision of one person to say, I am right and you are wrong. This is the concept I try to bring across, because there is at no time where any being should have any fear of living, because the life that we were given was to live a full expression of the best versions of ourselves, and nobody has that decision to take it from you. Think about that before the next time you decide to take sides with somebody ostracizing a child, a family, just because they say they are right and that person is wrong. Because the day that you decide to judge anyone is the day that you open yourself to also experience stepping outside your door and having somebody, for their own reason, hate you so much for something that is true to your form and existence, and decides, I no longer believe you deserve to be here. It's food for thought. I have a lot of time to think. Because when you stop and you watch the news, you have to breathe for a second and say, how does this feel to the heart? And I have to tell you, watching the news and understanding that it is somebody else's reality, and there's so many people being very quiet while we pretend to speak, that's powerful. It is disturbing enough to understand that every single person on this earth is a cell of a universal body. And if you don't understand what I mean, go and research how the cells in your body operate. They work in unity. And whenever there is disunity within your body, that's where you have sicknesses and viruses and bacteria. That's where the cancers grow, because there is a disunity amongst the cells. And they grow and they latch and they grow and they latch, because all of a sudden these cells don't want to play the part that they're supposed to play. There's an infection and it's causing them to spread like wildfire. And it causes devastation. It causes deaths, and this is what we have in our world right now. Many cancers spreading across this world. Now, who will stand up and open their eyes and change the lens? Just clean it off. Your lenses are a little bit foggy today. And understand that if something is happening and in your heart, when you watch it, you don't feel love, it simply means it's not right. I pray that wherever you are in the part of the world that you live, there is love there, and you're pouring in more love. And if there is not, I pray today that enough people will stand with me and whisper a prayer of love energetically, sending it in these pockets in these countries that are growing cancers. And we can send so much energy in there that one person at a time, we will change the mindset of these individuals who thinks that they have the right to choose who lives and who dies. Have yourself a wonderful, fulfilling life, and I wish you health, wealth, and happiness. Speak up.